Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shirley. And if you're new here, it's time for you to become a part of this lovely family because she needs you here. In today's video, I'm going to be telling a story and doing a look that I saw in a sunrise. I'm going to try to duplicate it. And I'm going to be telling a story about a little girl and her friend, and it's her first stay over at night. And it's a short story. I've been doing short stories because I tried to make it a shorter video. And this story is by Klages. It's a bunch of short stories she wrote. This one is something else. It's not about blood and gory and but it's scary still. It's scary to me at the end. I was just like this. The end results, the ending of the story made me went like didn't cry, but was very scared at the end. One of the short story I'm doing on her collection is Singing on a Star. In today's video, I will be using the Elizabeth Arden out of the Night palette. And then I'm going to be mixing it with Ace Beauty. Falling for You. I got this in a boxy charm. And then my daughter gave me this from a free gift that she got. So let's get into the story. I'm gonna try some things I might not go over because I don't want the video to be too long. But I know it got to be on audiobook or on a podcast, wherever you can find a book and listen to the story. If you're not really into reading, listen to the story. I'm gonna go in with this shade here. It's called Pine Cone. And then let the story begin. Okay, Singing on a Star is about a little girl. Her name is Becker. Her friend Jamie asked her, can she come spend the night with her? You know, over the weekend, school is out. Her and Jamie had been friends all through kindergarten. So you hear that kindergarten, that's already said, she's too young to be going spending the night. Well, anyway, she was going to go spend the night with her friend, Jamie. And her mom had already said, I think she's too young to be going and spending the night right now. But she let her go. And Becca can remember her mom packed one of her small suitcases and had her pajamas and her little favorite teddy bear she was taking with her. And the pajamas had foots in them, Margaret, still. She still wore pajamas with foot in them. Then Jamie stayed down the street from her. So it wasn't too far. I remember my first stay over, but I wasn't in kindergarten. I was in the 3rd grade, and it was with my cousin. Because my mom didn't play you going spending the night with strangers. And it was still a stranger to me because I had never been to her house. So, but I remember that's being my first stay over. So Becker and her dad was going to the little girl named Jamie house so she can spend the night. And when she got there, Jamie came to the door. She had dark hair, long dark hair, and red barrettes in it, holding it up, a red bow holding up 2 ponytails. Becker hair hadn't gotten that long yet, so she couldn't do anything with it but just wear it loose. Becker pointed that out about Jamie. They went up to her room. Then the mom said, I'll be in there soon to bring you some cookies because I'm making chocolate chip cookies. And Jamie noticed that when she came in, she said the house smelled of chocolate. So the mom was downstairs, not downstairs. The mom was making cookies in the kitchen. So they went inside, and Janie room, and Janie said, "Oh, that's your bed over there." And over by her bed there was I want to blend this down a little, was a record player. So Jamie said, "Hey Becker, let's listen. Let's not." She said, "Hey, let's listen to my favorite song." So she put on the song. It was a record that was lemony color. You remember when it's back in the day, because this isn't current time when people actually played record players. You remember the records they started doing records in color? They was like yellow and pink and red. It only lasted a little while, but this record was lemony yellow, and Becker was saying she could see through it and see Jamie's hands in it. And then she was like, "Oh, my mom said I'm too young for a record player right now because of the needle on the record player." I remember my mama was so, oh my goodness. I don't know what the needles even cost, but they just did not allow us to play with it because, one, we would scratch the record, or we could break the needle that played the record. And I forgot to mention, everything I use will be in the description. So Jamie put on the record, and I'm going to put a sound in here somewhere where you can hear how records used to start, like. You can sing your song on a star. So the record started playing, and Jamie said, come, we got to hurry. I want to take you someplace, but we got to go before the record ends. I was like, where they going? Where could they be going before a record ends? Because, you know, a record, they usually be what? Depending on what you're listening to. Not that long if you just listen to one song. So the record started, and it was an old singing on a star. The little song started. So she went to a door that was right next to the bed Becker was going to stay in it. And she said, "Come on." And she was like, "Her closet? What are we going in the closet for?" And she said, "Well, it's her house. Give her respect. It's her house. Let her do what she want to do." So Jamie ran down to, they went into the closet. But when they went into the closet, it was an elevator. So it sounded mystical. She got in, and Becker was a little confused, like, "I've never been in an elevator before, and especially inside of a house. And it's only one story. Like, where could we be going in an elevator?" So the elevator, when they got on the elevator, the little girl pressed L, and they went down. And the elevator opened up to a place she had never been before. It's almost like, you're not in Smallville anymore. Is that what this thing went? Well, she wasn't at home anymore. They went downstairs, and it was this guy sitting there. And it went, hello, Jamie. You brought a friend with you." And Jamie like, "Yeah." And then he goes, "Nice to meet you." And she replied, "Nice to meet you also," but she really didn't want to say nice to meet you because she was scared. So she said, "Nice to meet you also." And then Jamie like, "I wish trains are coming tonight." He said, looked at this watch, and he was like, "They should be coming soon. But we got a little time. And I'm a little peckish." Peckish mean a little hungry. I remember this old lady used to say it all the time. "I'm a little peckish. A little peckish." So she was ready to have lunch. Oh, Jamie going, "I'm so glad that you're a little hungry. Maybe we could get some candy." The orange that I used was candy corn. I want to go in with this. I'm going in on top of that with this prism, just to lighten it, the orange. I want it to be a little bit more toward the yellow. She said, oh, you can't leave your post though. So he said, that is true. And then he said, but you can. Are you a big girl? And she was like, I'm a big girl. I can go. And then he said, and your friend, Becker, are you a big girl? And she said, like, I wanted to say no, but I hear myself saying, yes, I'm a big girl because I just told my mom I was a big girl and I could go spend the night over at Jamie. So he gave them both 2 nickels. 3 nickels. He gave Jamie 2. He gave Becker 1. So they could go buy candy at this candy store. And Becker was saying as they went downstairs, she had never seen this place before. So it was like magical to me. So she went downstairs and they went to the candy shop. And then they didn't have like Musketeers or Snickers. They had like, I want to say like whatchamacallit. Went and got this candy and then they ran back to the shop, back to the place the guy was. And the train was coming. And Becker told her, don't eat the candy until the train, you hear the train. So she took the candy and didn't eat it. And then the train was coming. They said, take a bite of the candy. And she said, it tasted so good. Like she could taste like life in this candy. She could taste it in the candy. And then the guy at Hallis said, what do it taste like? And she said, like hope and people going on a journey. And he was like, very good. And then she said, do Jamie taste the same thing? And he said, I don't think so. So they ate the candy, the train came, and then Becker wasn't too happy. I'm going in again to make it a little bit more darker here. So Jamie asked him, can we stay later? And he was like, no, you can't stay later because it's not safe here for you at night. Then she got quiet and they walked over to the elevator, got on it, and got back to the room. And the record was just about to end. And Becca was like, can't be, because like they was gone for a while. Then, but really they wasn't. Because then the mom walked in and said, is everyone ready for cookies? And she had cookies on a tray for them. And then Jamie ran over and got 2. And Becker said, I don't feel good. And then the mama checked and said, oh, you don't have a fever, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, but do you want to go home? And Becker said, yes, I want to go home. So she took Becker home. I'm shortening this story as much as I can. She took Becker home. And the next Monday in school, Becca was like, I ain't want nothing to do with Jamie because she took me to a scary place, okay? So Becca decided she was not going to talk to Jamie no more. Like they wasn't going to be friends in school because her mom found that nickel the guy gave her and said, where did you get the nickel? And she was like, oh, Jamie mom gave it to us in case the ice cream truck would have came. So Becker had started lying. Jamie made her started lying. So in school, she just said like, I'm using this gray right here. It don't have a name. Is a name on the back? On the back, it's called khaki, but it's gray. Anyway, so Jamie went back to school and was like, I ain't got nothing to do with you, girl. We can't be friends because you got me lying. And she was little. She was only 5. So she stopped talking to the little girl. And then she wouldn't play with her at recess. They had now went through school, and now it was coming up for summer break. So let's say that Friday she went home, and then she heard the record playing. Like she was in her room and had the window up, and she heard the trains. She heard all that stuff. And then the next day, the mom said, "Hey, Becker, can we talk?" And Becker was like, "Yes, Mom." She said, "Have you ever seen Jamie talking to a stranger guy? A strange guy?" And she was like, "No, Mom." She done lied again. "I never saw her talking to a strange guy." And the mama said, "Okay, good. If you ever, don't ever take candy and money from a stranger." And she was like, "I won't, Mom." And then she was talking about, I felt like, did I lie? You lied, little girl. You lied. She had lied to her mom again. And then when they went to school, let's say that Monday, to clean out all their cupboard because it was summer school, summertime, that record was in her cupboard for her and had her name on it. And then the mom said, "Where did you get that from?" Because Mom bought her everything. She said, "Oh, it was a gift from someone." Now, you know we would have went deeper. Someone like who? Anyway, she said it was a gift from someone. And then the mom said, "Okay." And then she went home. And she was like, "Mom, do you think on my birthday I can get a record player?" "Girl, you don't need to play that record." And the mom said, "We'll see, we'll see." So, but Becker could hear the record playing in her head. She could hear the record playing. And Jamie was missing. Jamie was missing. She went to a stranger who gave her candy. That's what scared me. Like, oh my God, you know, in the mind of a child, things are totally, they see things differently than we see things as you tell a story and when you're older. And then Becker never told the truth about her experience with Jamie and the guy, Hollister. Where it scared me to death is, oh my God, this could have been a real man that tricked Jamie and giving her candy and giving her money. And I remember my mama telling, never take money from a man, never take anything from a stranger, candy and money. Money from a man, any man, period. But don't take candy and money from a stranger because they could take you. So was this make-believe? Was it magic? Or did this man was real and he took Jamie? We have to watch our kids. That freaked me completely out. Let me blend this. But if you can, and you should listen to the story in depth, because she's trying to make it short here. But it scared me. It scared me. That this guy had taken Jamie. I'm going to go under my eyes and make that a little bit more darker. I need another brush. I'm getting this one. So I'm going to go off camera and put on mascara, eyeliner my eyes, and I will be back. I'm not sure of what lipstick I want to put on yet. Maybe both. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I'm back with the finished look. I put on my mascara and my setting spray. And I actually use both lipstick. It's the Vamp by NYX, Onyx. And this lip gloss by Revlon. I can't see the color because she's blind. All of it will be in the description below. You know, that's the moral of this story is you just can't let your kids be going spending the night with everybody, especially when they're that young. Okay, let's get a look at the final look. I was inspired by a sunrise with two different things that I was like, I'm gonna do that, God. I'm gonna try to do that, because it was gray, dark brown, and orange on one side, and then on this side of the road it was blue, lavender, purple, and then pink. So I did that one on the end of one video, and this is the one for this video. And I want to thank you guys for stopping by and watching my video. I really appreciate it. And if you're new here and you just became a part of the family, thank you for joining the family, and I will see you in my next upload. Mwah, mwah.